Recently, a guitar brand I had previously never heard of before called Keypro Guitars reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in trying out their guitars and potentially making a video. Their guitars on their website looked awesome, but I couldn't really find much information on them outside of that. I tried looking on YouTube and could only find some older videos, and most of them weren't even in English. So I was really curious to learn more because I love discovering new guitar brands and new guitars, so I said yes, and they sent me out 2 of their guitars. So these are the 2 guitars they sent me, and after playing them for a bit over a week now, I have to say I am quite impressed. This one here with the really nice looking burl top is the Keypro TL, and this one here is the Keypro Modern Pro Q. So if these are good guitars, which I personally think they are, then why have you probably not heard of them before? Well, I asked Keypro for more information about their history and about their brand, and they let me know that they've actually been around for quite a while, since 2015, but this year is their first official expansion into markets beyond Asia, so that's why there isn't much information on them outside of that market yet. This video is sponsored by Keypro, but as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own, and I only ever accept sponsorships for showing products I think are really interesting. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to be one of the first to share these guitars with you. And let me start off by sharing my unboxing experience, because I've never unboxed 2 guitars at the same time before this, and it was quite fun. Okay, so there's 2 guitar boxes in here, so let me just take them out one at a time, I guess, and we'll reveal each one. This is not going to fit on the camera. These are surprisingly difficult to get out of the box. First guitar. I'm not sure which one this is. I know which ones they sent me, I think, and they both looked really cool in the photos online, so let's see how they are in real life. This is always so exciting. Looks like it's in a case. Struggle. Looks like a pretty nice padded gig bag here. And now let's see what it looks like. Oh, that is a cool finish. Look at this. Yeah, this is a really cool looking guitar. I haven't had a guitar with this body shape before, but I like it. It's kind of like a combo of modern and old, and it's just 2 humbuckers, which I like. I like using humbuckers as locking tuners, and yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. My first impression is that it looks very cool, and I'm excited to try it out, but let me unbox the other one as well now. Let me make space for this guitar, actually. All right, got it out of the box. I think this guitar is going to be a bit more similar to some of the other guitars I already have, and I requested this one because I kind of wanted to be able to compare it to what I usually play, so let's see what it looks like. I feel like I need to figure out a better way to unbox guitars. This case looks a bit different than the first one. I think this guitar is a little bit more expensive, so maybe that's why. It's also, I guess, a different body shape a little bit. Now, let's see what it looks like. I haven't even looked at it. You're seeing it first. That looks really cool. I was actually expecting a different color, but this is really cool. Oh, awesome. I've never had a guitar with a quilted maple top, I don't think, and this looks really cool. I was actually thinking it was going to be blue, so I'm a little bit surprised, but you know, maybe some variety is good because I have lots of blue guitars already. It looks like this one has a coil split, which is nice if you want more tone flexibility, and obviously it has an additional pickup in the middle as well, which I don't really use that much on my other guitars that have 3 pickups, but I guess it's nice to have in case you want it. And yeah, this looks really cool. So now let's just tune them up and play a few riffs. Love it. The action on this guitar is actually surprisingly great right out of the box. I don't think I have to set it up at all. It just feels great, and I wasn't even thinking about it honestly because it just feels like my other guitars already, nice and low. So yeah, awesome on the setup here. I'm really enjoying playing this guitar, but now let's try the other one. That sounds awesome. I like the tone on that a lot. This feels great for riffing. The action on this one is also awesome. I have to say I'm actually like really impressed on this. A lot of guitars don't come set up very well, and these are definitely an exception to that. It feels great. One thing I'm noticing is I really like how smooth the back of this guitar is around where you rest your arm. It just feels nice and comfortable, and it's just a matte finish. There's no coating on it, so it's not shiny like the front, and it's just nice and smooth, so I like it. I'm really excited to spend more time with these guitars in the coming days, and I'll send you back to future Rachel now, who will give you more information about the guitars and my more long-term impressions. So yeah, that was obviously very fun. As you can probably tell, my initial impressions were quite positive, and they've stayed that way after playing the guitars more. Both guitars are really comfortable to play, and I think they just look awesome as well. Let me run through some of the specs for each guitar. This one is the Keypro Modern Pro Q. It has a quilted maple veneer top, and I think it looks awesome. This one is in the Sakura finish. The fretboard is Pau Ferro, and there are 24 medium nickel frets. The side dots are luminous, so that means they're like lumen lays and can glow in the dark if you power them up with lights beforehand. The neck is made out of roasted maple, and I think it looks really nice. As you'd expect, it has a volume and tone knob. It also has a coil split switch and a 5-way selector switch. And as you can see, there are 2 humbuckers, one on the neck, one on the bridge, and a middle single coil pickup. I think I personally prefer just having a neck and bridge humbucker and not having the middle pickup, but I like the look of this guitar, so I wanted to try it regardless, and it doesn't get in the way. They do offer a version of this guitar though with a different finish without that middle pickup if you prefer the double humbucker configuration. It has a 2-piece mahogany body, and I think it looks nice. It's very natural looking and very soft. There is no shiny finish on the back, and I kind of like that. It's just nice and smooth feeling. It also has locking tuners, which is always nice. The neck joint here is rounded off in a comfortable way. The pickups in this guitar and in the other one as well are actually made by Keypro. They told me that they've been working on their own pickups since 2019, and now they actually have a dedicated pickup factory where they make the pickups that are in all their guitars, and I think they sound great. Of what the pickups sound like with a clean tone. This guitar does have a floating bridge, but I personally don't use those too much, so I don't have the tremolo arm plugged in right now. This guitar is currently listed on their website for around $1,000, and I think that is quite a good price for this. I think you're getting a lot of value out of this instrument. I think it looks awesome. It's really comfortable to play. It sounds good. So yeah, I think it is really fairly priced. Now let me tell you about the other guitar. So this one is the Keypro Deluxe Burl Top TL. I'm a huge fan of the burl top of this guitar. I think it looks really nice. This guitar has 22 frets instead of 24, and it says that they are nickel copper alloy. The nut is made of bone, and it also has locking tuners again, which I always love. This guitar also has a roasted maple neck. They describe the neck shape on this guitar as C-shape and the other one as C-slim, but they feel about the same to me. I don't notice a huge difference. If anything, I actually think I like this neck slightly more, but I don't really have a reason why. I just find it comfortable to play. But they're both a bit thicker than my other guitars, but not uncomfortably so. I think that they'll be comfortable for most players out there. They are pretty typical. The fingerboard on this one is made out of Bolivia rosewood. This guitar is a bit simpler in terms of controls than the other one. It just has volume and tone and a 3-way pickup selector switch. And yeah, I personally like that. I like having the two humbuckers, and I usually just stay in the bridge or neck position, so this works for me. But if you want a ton of different tone options, then this guitar has a bunch more for you. This guitar also has a fixed bridge, which I've personally been gravitating towards more recently because I like being able to switch tunings more easily. And yeah, it's really comfortable to rest your hand around and palm mute near. The two humbuckers are again Keypro custom pickups, and I think they sound awesome. I think they are different than the ones in the other guitar, but they will sound good to me. Here's some clean samples on this guitar. One kind of random thing that I really like about both of these guitars is that they are very rounded on the edges, so that if you're wearing shorts like I am now and you want to play for a long time with the guitar resting on your leg, it doesn't dig into your leg at all, it doesn't hurt. And that is a lot better than some of my other guitars that do kind of just like leave very deep marks on my legs. So yeah, I'm liking this very rounded body shape. This guitar is priced a bit lower than the Modern Pro Q. This one comes in at around $800 right now on their website. And I think that is also a great price for this guitar. I think it looks awesome and it's really comfortable to play. And I just had a ton of fun with this guitar over the past few days, over the past week or so. In terms of my overall thoughts on both guitars, I can honestly say that I just really like both of them, and I think that they are both great instruments. I don't really have any complaints. As I think I mentioned in the unboxing, both guitars were set up really well out of the box for me, which is quite impressive because they're shipped directly from China to me. And yeah, I think you'd only really have to make really minor adjustments maybe if you want even lower action, but the action is already quite low. I think for the cost, you're getting a really nice, well-crafted instrument that is unique and looks awesome and sounds good and feels good to play. So yeah, I am a fan of both of these guitars. Keypro told me that their mission is to provide high-quality professional guitars and basses to users worldwide and to demonstrate that quality and value can coexist, and with these guitars, I think they're doing that. So if you're interested in learning more about these guitars and Keypro guitars in general, I'll have their website linked in the description. It's always exciting discovering a new to me guitar brand, so I'm excited to see more of these guitars in the wild and see what others think of them as well. Thank you again to Keypro for sponsoring this video and sending me out these guitars. I've had a great time with them so far. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.